Today's video is for the infamous oil pressure sensor for the Chevy Silverado. It will give you a couple codes, and the oil pressure gauge will probably be stuck at 0. Here are the codes, and I'm going to give you all the information in the first couple minutes if you are expert level. Tools needed: 3/8 drive, oil pressure sensor socket, wobble extension or a double swivel, and a modified pick, the hook pick. I got these from Napa. Okay, get the 3/8 one. I had a 1/2 drive and it is a little bit too big and it won't work. So get the 3/8 drive socket with the wobble extension. The 3-inch or 6-inch wobble should work. See, that's the 1/2. That's too big. There is a screen underneath of the sensor. You want to use your modified hook pick to get it, and this is how you modify it. You clip the little end off with some diagonal cutters. Then you're going to squeeze it just a little bit so that you can fit it in there. I just use some channel locks to squeeze it, and that's how you're going to do it. You're going to get it in there and pull that up. This is supposed to take like 3-4 hours to do from GM, but because they want you to take off the intake manifold, but ain't nobody got time for that. We're going to sneak it out of there, and I'm going to show you exactly how. We got some really good video with a video borescope, and if you want to stick around and watch it, that's cool, but if you can do it without it, that's cool too. There's a hose above the sensor. Bend it out of the way. To disconnect the sensor, pull up on the lock, then press the tab down, then pull the sensor connector off. You use your socket and your wobbles, or your socket and your double swivel to get the sensor out. Use the hook pick to get the screen up. When you put the new one in, do not over torque it or you will rip the sensor apart and you will have a heart attack. So here's the video. So if that's all you needed, please hit the like button on the way out. I really appreciate that. I got you out of here quick, but here is the video if you want to see it. Really good video, probably the best in the entire world, but you'll be the judge of that. Let me know in the comments if you like video borescope imagery, because it's hard to see in there. It really is. And this video's borescope cost me like $50. So there you go. There's the sensor. I pulled the tab up already. That white part, pull straight up, and then there's a little black part underneath of the white lock. I'm going to push that in and then pull the connector up, straight up into the air, straight up into the atmosphere. Here is a mirror so you can see the other side. Wow. Wow, look at that. You can see everything. It's a tight squeeze getting your arm in there, so if you got some big giant arms, you might want to call a friend who has small arms. You could call me. I'll come over. I'll do it. No problem. Just give me some lemon Oreos for payment. So there you go. I'm using my little iPad. This is the first time I've used this setup, and it worked pretty good. So I'll probably use it again. I wish I had had this when I was a mechanic, working at Honda and Pep Boys and other places.
To do this in the dealership, you're supposed to take this whole thing off. Alright. Because it's not supposed to be able to get to it. It's really hard to get to.
Oh yeah. How's it going?
It's going.
So ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Mike. He likes to actually lay inside the car when he works. He's not just your ordinary mechanic. He is your parkour mechanic. How are things going this afternoon?
Terrible.
And why is that? Because off of this heat? Or is this V8 just giving you a hell of a time?
I'm switching the 4-cylinders.
We're going to smaller displacement. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, so anyway, my friends decided to give me an interview for no reason. So there you go. So I finally got the connector off. Once you get here, you should be in a very good position because I gave you the exact tools to use, and you should be able to get that out of there. Also, the ratchet you want to use like a fine tooth ratchet, because it's not a lot of room. So there you go. Put your little socket on there. 3/8 drive. The 1/2 drive is too big. And there you go, your little wobble. And then you can wobbledy drop it like it's hot. There we go. Sorry it's upside down. Anyway, so there you see the ratchet. I got my little Harbor Freight ratchet. It's fine tooth though. As long as it's fine tooth, it should be okay. It's a lot of turns though, so you're gonna be turning for a little while. But it is possible. I like to use a little pad. Try to get this uncomfortable job as comfortable as possible. We'll do the best we can. So, there you go. There it is. Finally got it out. And when you put the new one in, do not over torque it. If you rip those threads off, you're going to have a heart attack. Like you may literally have to leave town. Because you're gonna have to get that. You're gonna get the rest of that sensor out of that intake manifold. That's gonna be a nightmare. So you're gonna use your little pick tool to grab your filter or screen, pull that straight up, put the new one in. Mine didn't have a screen. I do not know why. I know my friend never replaced this, and it wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but anyway, that's where. Wow, look at that! You can see all the way in there. We going into the abyss, deep, where cameras have never reached before. This is our first time. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one.